Hello, thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Becky Dixon, and I am a Reiki Master Teacher along with lots of other holistic modalities. But on YouTube, I like to offer distance healing, or we kind of chit chat. We make it a little bit more of an ASMR style for your relaxational purposes. And what I wanted to offer tonight is a session that's going to bring in the positive energies. We're going to bring in, we're working with the solar and sacral, mostly through different energy work. And we're going to be just working with things that I personally love, bringing in tools that I love to work with to kind of turn maybe a certain mood or situation around for yourself. And sometimes what I find really helpful is just to kind of play with the things that I really enjoy, which happens to be crystals, cards, I've got candles, sound, essential oils. We're only missing my kitty cat because my two fur babies bring me so much joy into my life, which I know if you have a pet, you would totally understand. So because last week's video was a little bit more heavy, we did a lot of clearing out of energies to try to transmute them so that you become your best self again. I wanted to follow that up with a more energizing, positive vibe, because that is the goal here. We want to be happy in our lives, like we all go through really tough times, and it's not to diminish that at all, but to recognize it, but to become who you truly are. And personally, I am a very optimistic person, and so when I go through a low time or something's weighing on me, I really want to brush that off so that I can continue on my journey here. So you might also notice that I really like color. So that is something that I've always been really drawn to. So I've always been drawn to all of the different colors of the rainbow. And funnily enough, since I was a kid, what would make me the happiest is, say, like a full new box of crayons or markers or pencil crayons. And I just loved coloring and using every color of the rainbow as much as I could. And I know that's not like everyone's journey, and so that's totally cool. But I still to this day really love it. And as I grew older and started the energy work and realizing like how our energy fields are just full of different auric energy field colors, and that we are surrounded by the different chakra points, and they shift all day, like every second of the day, the colors that are surrounding you shift, right? So but anyways, that's kind of like was really interesting to find out later why maybe I was so drawn to like the colors of the rainbow. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, I wanted to bring in this little candle here, this little meditation candle, and we're going to write down just a intention. And what I like to do with these meditation candles is just to actually write with a pen, or if you have like something sharp, just to carve into it what you want the intention to be. So because we're doing this for an uplifting mood, we're going to just write beautiful things like joy, love, positive mindset, to put that in this little candle holder. And actually I just have this empty container that I'm going to set the candle on so that it doesn't drip. I'm sitting on actually a table right now because my back's hurting a little bit, so I didn't want to stand the whole time. So it's more relaxed and chill this way anyways, right? Alright, so I've got these incense matches. These are just French vanilla, I believe. I just wanted to use them to light, and we'll just do a quick cleanse with the smoke. Okay. Don't want to drip anything on this table because it's a new one. Alright, just doing a little cleansing here with this beautiful smoke. I hope you guys are doing well, and thank you so much for all your awesome comments with that last video. Sometimes it's interesting when you decide to be vulnerable, especially when you feel like that's just not, it's not something that I want to be, right? That's not the true self, but that sometimes it's just a way of connecting with others, because we all go through stuff. We all do. And I'm not going to stop going through it. What I told you about was something that continuing on for a while, for at least probably about a year or so. And then, you know, hopefully things will calm down. But right now we're doing good. Doing just fine. And trying to release and respect other people's space as well. I mean, I can't fix everything. So but we can send our love, we can send our positive energy. So, I did have some cards here. I thought I would bring in, I love this deck, absolutely love it. The Shaman's Dream Oracle card. It's actually become my daily meditation card. Super accurate. So, I thought we would bring in this deck, and I've got a couple others here as well. And just see what collective messages here, and to tie in our theme. Some pretty cards, and they shuffle really well too. So just asking the angels and spirit guides to provide us with clarity on our path today. This is what is so cool to me about card readings, is that they really do pick up on the energies that you're going through at the moment. So going with our theme, this one says stars in the sky, limitless possibilities. Beautiful. And I should read it. And I hope you don't mind reading from the book here. I don't know every single card at this point yet. When you look up into the velvety dark blanket of the night sky covering the vast expanse of space, can you count all the stars twinkling above? Can you imagine that you are only glimpsing a tiny sliver of what is actually there? This is the domain of limitless possibility, of the never-ending sea of potential that you yourself are made of and have now at your disposal. Your life right now is alive with possibility and needs your clear focus to home in your avenue of exploration most calls to you. It is time to choose and not to be distracted by sheer magnitude of what may be. Be here now. Gather your thoughts and your most cherished dreams. Focus on the brightest star in your never-ending sky and take small steps, small movements towards calling this glittering potential into reality. If you can imagine this and hold that vision, you will summon all the celestial helpers and guides to aid you in bringing it into fruition. Keep your focus on the essence of potential rather than the form of it. The universe has its own ideas of how best to serve you and all of us at the same time. Trust this as fact rather than theory, and you ought not to act surprised when your dreams come true, for they surely will exactly how you need them to. Don't act surprised when your dreams come true, because they will come exactly as you've been wanting them to. I believe that wholeheartedly. Okay. I thought we would bring in, this is a really nice Super Attractor deck by Gabriel Bloomstein. I find this one to be generally like positive affirmations or words of encouragement. So let's see what this deck like us. What message for the collective today? My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. Okay, awesome. We have two manifestation cards, basically, both of them talking about kind of if you dream it, you can have it. And so this one is just clarifying that. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. And again, that's exactly what we're doing today. We're shifting. It's all working out. Everything works out to your highest good, doesn't it? And just one more angel card message. This is a deck that I got so long ago, and I think it's like my second deck ever. The angels are classic. I love working with the angels, asking them for guidance. So let's ask the angels what message would the collective like to hear or needs to hear today. Ooh, we got Archangel Gabriel. You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. Well, if anyone out there is contemplating doing something in the communication arts. Maybe you're trying to start a YouTube channel of your own. You're on the right path. That's where your prosperity is going to be coming in. I just wanted to show you some of these awesome stones just for fun. These are actually rocks from the beach. We went to a beach in Sarnia in Ontario, and just for fun, and literally needed to get out of town, change perspective. Sometimes you just need to drive in a direction you have never been before. So funny enough, like I've never been to Sarnia, which is only like an hour away, but still never been there. And it is the border between Canada and America. So it's really neat because you can actually go right under the bridge that takes you to the border. So that's really pretty because it's like a beach underneath, and it's just beautiful right now, and it's not busy at all with traffic because it's not summertime here. So we walked on the beach, and just kind of, my kids were just in awe and shock that they could see America right from where they were. Like, it's a short little fish boat ride away. So it was really neat for that all. So these are just some of the cute little stones. My son, he grabbed this piece of sea glass, which is probably just a beer bottle glass, but pretty cool that he found it. And I just thought some of these were interesting. And picked up this feather. Of course, a seagull feather. Yeah, so I would really encourage anyone to do that. It was definitely what the doctor ordered that day. So I wanted to bring in this solar plexus sound singing bowl. It's very loud, so I'm going to try to just do it very gently since I can't really move very far away. And we're just doing this to bring in that energy, activating the solars. I do have my crystals here, so I think that will do the crystals next. I wanted to make actually a grid right underneath you. So let me just move these cards out of the way. Okay. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you what this grid looks like once it's finished. I might put it up on my community page later, just so you kind of see the end result. But we're going to start with our generator, which is this big, beautiful, clear quartz. We're just going to use that right in the middle. And I had to bring in citrine because citrine is such a beautifully energizing stone in general. It's great for manifesting as well. And since our cards did talk about that, I'm glad I picked these out because these work with the solar specifically. But I wanted to bring in these. I love using these on my grids in general. So I have 4 of those, so I'm going to have those on each side, north, east, west, and south. This is what the other 2 look like. And I have just a plethora of other ones, but I wanted to bring in these 2 pieces of garnet. Garnet is fabulous for vitality, for health, for everything in your body. It helps actually with your blood flow. So going through your whole circulatory system. And once we do that, then you're going to have a boost of energy and feel better. It's all about moving the stagnant energy. Moving that. And moving that up from the feet, especially, you can dry brush that up as well. Moving that. Sometimes it needs a little more encouragement. You want to bring that up from your arms, your legs, and then kind of bringing that down so that it comes to the heart. That energy to the heart so it can pump back through. That's why it's so important to keep moving our bodies, keep that blood flowing so that we have energy. So garnet's wonderful to work with if you are looking for energy at all. And I'm going to set those in the corners in between the citrine. And I have this little piece of ruby. I don't think I've ever shown you this on this channel before. It's kind of new. I don't see ruby all the time when I'm looking, so this was a special piece to me. And I love that it's in this shape of, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagon. No, octagon's 8. Anyways, 6 sides. Leave a comment if I'm totally off. I'm like, is hexagons 5 sides and then 6? Anyways, yeah, and it's got this little tiny bit of black tourmaline here, but ruby is one of the most energizing, most like transmuting the energy and vitality driven stones that's out there. So this is a great one to just throw in your pocket for that boost. I really love it. Love its energy. And we're gonna set that in one of the corners, like in between spots. And then on the other, the fourth in between kind of spot, we're doing this piece of tangerine quartz, which is a very cute piece, and it is one of the most powerful stones. You could charge this for many different things. It definitely speaks for the sacral chakra, for creativity, inspiration. But because of the iron and hematite content, it's also just really good for transmuting energies, for holding on to the negative and transmuting it into positive. So it's good for physical and mental health. And it just makes me happy to look at this little piece. It's not how big it is, right? And then I have I like to use little pieces. These are all acronym diamond pieces, which are of the most amplifying energies besides clear quartz. So we're going to put a point to amplify each of those stones around. And then I just have these two Lemurian quartz I'm using to just also amplify the energies out. Okay. And so our grid is finished, but I still wanted to bring in sorry. I forgot these two. These are two pieces of absolutely gorgeous fluorite, two little baby pieces. One's rough, one's smooth. Fluorite's fabulous for the third eye, working with inner insights. So I wanted to actually place these on our crystals as well. And we're just going to put that on either end of a citrine point. Cool. There we go. And now it looks really pretty and colorful. Alright. I do want to bring in these orange calcite pieces. These are of the most positive vibe crystals. Just looking at them makes me happy. Like literally just hold them. Just look at their juiciness. Okay, and bringing in this oil, and the essential oil we're using today is orange oil. And spearmint. So if you're ever looking for an energy boost, these two combined are true, it's just amazing. Alright, just going to put some on my fingers. I love the smell of spearmints, just like such a cool scent. Yeah, it smells like gum, but I kind of like that. Alright, so now we've got the orange mixed in. Alright, so I'm just going to send you some energy, and then we're going to actually, what I'm going to do is send the energy to the grid first, underneath you. I'm just going to bring this beautiful energy through and up your meridians. Through your hair. Gorgeous. I hope that this served you in some way today. And for those of you that are interested, I do take private distance Reiki healing sessions, which are very different than a session like this. It's strictly the Reiki energy, so it's very quiet, very slow, and I work around a treatment table and we work together, and you just, act as if you're laying on the treatment table, and I send the energy to you as if it's a real in-person session. Okay? And the energy does channel through time and space. And I appreciate all of you that have contacted me for those. You're welcome to go through my website. They're also available through Etsy, just trying to figure out which way is easier. This way it's available to you worldwide. You can send me your personal intention for the energy work. Okay? Right. And so until next time, thank you so much for joining me, and namaste.